Is it smarter to build your own rental property instead of buying an old one? If you're wondering about that, this is the video for you. This might change your game plan completely. So first of all, welcome to my channel. This is Soma. I started investing in 2017 in a 120-year-old rental property, a duplex. From there, fast forward in 2025, now I literally stopped buying the old rental properties and I'm building. And in this video, I'm going to share all the reasons why I'm doing that. So before I get into what are the reasons, let me tell you what stopped me all these years. The biggest thing is, especially when you want to build your own rental property, you need a good amount of cash because, usually to get a loan for buying a land is not cheap. And usually you don't get loans that easily. So that's what stops many people. And second one is having no connections, to build a rental property. Now you need to know a lot of sub-trades or you need to know a good builder who can build it for a reasonable price. And you need to know, different contacts for getting the construction loan and getting the refinance done. So it's kind of lack of knowledge and lack of connections. It's stopped me from all these years. I made a video years ago, probably in 2019, 2020, where, I lost almost 100,000 when I'm trying to build my own rental property. Because at that time, I lacked the funds, I lacked the connections, I lacked the knowledge. So just a disclaimer. So if you're someone have, at least decent amount of money and you can acquire, you have the right connections. If you're in Windsor, of course, I'll be your connection. But if you're anywhere else, do you have that right connections, right? So first thing, sort that out. Now let's get into, what made me jump into this area. So number one, of course, when it's a brand new property, that means it's a very less hassle. So it will be lasting for years. So for next 10 years, 20 years, I can enjoy the cash flow. And after that, I can give the property to my kids. And literally, it's still only 20-year-old building. Because, in Canada, average homes are 50-year-old plus. And my home currently is also like 1970s built. So it's still a fairly newer property comparative to my first rental, which is 120-year-old. So, in the long run, it's gonna, make you a solid returns because it's brand new, so less hustle. So that's a number two. You can pick your own tenants. So I own multiple, multifamilies where it's hard to get the tenants out, especially for older properties. So you have to assume them and you have to work on them and, the consistent challenges with that, right? So whereas with the newer properties, now in Ontario, the new tenant law is completely different. I mean, not completely, but at least you have flexibility to pick your own tenants. And because it's a brand new build, usually you attract a very high, good quality tenants who are willing to pay the premium rents. So the word premium rents, that will help you to boost your cash flow as well. So number three, you can control the design. So when you're buying older properties, I have bought probably at least 20 to 25 properties, combined of 50 plus rental units. One of the challenge I always face is, tenants want certain things. And because it's an older building, some things are hard to squeeze in. For example, having an ensuite laundry or having an open concept or not having a washroom at certain place. Or maybe, in a 3-bedroom apartments, having an ensuite with a walk-in closet. So things like that are hard to get within the older building because, it will be costly to do those things in the older property. Whereas now I'm building my own, so I can control the design. So now, get the design in a way that I can acquire good tenants and I can keep them for long run. So if I provide all the necessary, elements that a tenant look for, then obviously they will be loved to stay there for longer. So controlling the design. And now the third one, controlling the ROI, the rate of return on your investment will be definitely much better. But there is a disclaimer as well here. But only if you come up with a very good designs, the cost-effective designs. So recently, I started to help even a couple of our clients with a one specific design, where I'm working with exclusively with one builder, where I got a volume, business by, building my own properties, but also, for a couple of our clients, what we did is we came up with a design, and we are utilizing pretty much same design for everyone because that is generating highest ROI. So the design is like, in Ontario right now, anyone can build 3 units on a residential property. So this is where, again, you controlling the design, you controlling the ROI. So we are buying those residential lots where we're going to build 3 units. And those 3 units, the way we are structuring them, will make at least $9,000 income. And the construction cost also we are controlling because we can place the elements such a way that the unit size is not too big, where the construction is not too heavy, and not too small, which has everything pretty much a tenant need. So, which is helping us to actually make a good cash flow. Literally from this 3 unit properties, we are making like 1,500 plus cash flow. And not only cash flow, if you do it right with the brand news, the projects that we are doing right now, our estimation is, we are buying the land with X price, and with the Y price, we are getting it built. And when we are done with the construction, once we rent it for the maximum rents, we will be able to take all our investment out, plus the property will make positive cash flow. So if that's something interesting to you, if you want to, know more about what we are doing, DM me, maybe, on Instagram directly, asking about, maybe let's name this strategy, brand new BRRR. So where, we will be able to make solid cash flow, investment out, plus, longevity. So that's in a nutshell. That's exactly why I am getting into new constructions. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you're someone who have done this kind of, building rental properties for yourself, or you're buying older properties, what is your take on both the strategies? Which one would you go with? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, I'll see you on the next projects. And of course, there will be a lot of challenges during this process because, we are just starting out. I just almost finishing one project, 99%, and the second one is at 70% finish line. So I will be keep on posting this videos about these projects, whatever I'm doing, like I did always before. So stay tuned, make sure subscribe, make sure to leave a comment and like, and I'll see you on the next videos with more updates on brand new BRRR. And thank you so much for watching. Peace, Win City.